In that case, I am going to start the video then. If we are all here and ready to go. If everybody has the volume and everything up too, so you can actually hear it.
Yep.
Okay.
Violet said, "Yep, I am here."
Just
5, 4, 3. Yeah. So this
2,
video is, I think,
1.
quite interesting.
Fight.
One was the music choice. As some of y'all know, because you helped me with it. The music choice in this was very deliberate.
Okay, so it looks like we can't tell who's winning yet.
The track that's currently playing is this is Champion Dianthus theme from Pokemon X and Y.
Oh, that was a good couple axe hits. Still on the back foot though.
This is meant to represent Fern's character in this fight here.
Firepower, but
In particular, the early dominance that Fern had exhibited in this fight.
Exactly is like tiptoe.
You can see in this that xacde is early on. Xacde is kind of frantically running around. Yes, outmaneuvering, sure, like I say here. But I would say, you know, after the fact,
Okay, the battle is evening. The tide may be turning.
that this was like probably the most dominant period for Fern in the entire fight. There are times when Fern backs xacde into corners.
17, 14, I can't see. I got my folding fan. I'm watching this, like, how most historical things, where they got
Violet
their fans
said,
and their gloves on.
"What is good sort of is that no one will recognize my voice and you only have a few subscribers, so I guess I wouldn't be uncomfy with my voice out there on the internet."
Until somebody runs out of food.
That's true. It might be until somebody runs out of food.
Until Naomi blows up.
Armor is more likely to break first if
And
they
gets
start
all
with
the
a stack each.
subscribers.
I highly doubt that that's going to happen, but, well, I mean, only time will tell, really.
It's very hard to tell if they have very similar armor types for me though, because every time I look, they're just
But
both
yeah.
on fire.
Yeah, Snake will
Oh, they both have gotten a bit low. Oh, a couple.
Come on.
Oh, that was a. Ooh.
Yeah, so like right here, that was a good point.
Burn there.
One damage.
This is like a point where they get really, they got really like, they got xacde into a bit of a corner there for a minute.
Not a crit though.
Oh, no.
Notably not a
Fern,
crit.
eat some food.
Sword knocked
Oh,
down.
God.
Fern's
Someone threw a sword!
Fern is now on the back foot as a result of this blunder.
Dodge him!
Oh. oh.
Violet said, "I also noticed that some of the laughs were left in, but it blends in with my voice."
Good lord.
Good gosh!
It's
I
quite
mean-
entertaining that the only way to like change the
I am going to pause this
Because
just to
there was a
mention
time
this.
we were both laughing.
Did not catch it at any point during our several stages of review process when working on the editing voice out of this video, which was something that I did at first request. But yeah, I didn't hear it. I'm surprised you heard it. Like, but what kind of ears do you have? It's like actually crazy. But yeah, so the song that's playing here is Fever Pitch, which I have mistakenly previously attributed to being Doll's theme from Fight theme from Undertale Yellow. It's not actually. It is for the major battle before that, which is the Decibet battle theme. This is meant to represent xacde.
Like I can identify some birds by sound.
Out of curiosity here, does anyone have a guess as to why I chose the Decibet fight theme for xacde?
No.
Nope.
Bats are cool.
You're on the right track. Kinda. Not really. So basically, right, there's a thing that xacde often has said as a joke. Like, he'll say it as a joke. It's a little meme of his, we'll call it. And that meme is him declaring that he is Batman. That's like the theme for this is a bat enemy.
Violet said, XACDE.
So it is a
Batman
reference.
confirmed.
It is actually a reference to the AceMP meme of xacde being Batman.
Lol.
That is amazing.
Awesome.
Like I said,
Naomi,
my
of course.
music choices were pretty deliberate in this and pretty carefully selected. I literally spent like an entire day just looking for music that would work for different motifs and themes. Yeah, so continuing on with the video, I guess, because we
The
still have
footing
like
is
6
just get
minutes.
a few good hits and you're set.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I think that
I
like
find it
at
quite
the
entertaining
time,
the fact that Fern's still doing quite well, despite the fact that xacde keeps breaking your shield.
Because I keep forgetting I have a shield.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you may be thinking like, oh wow, Fern's still dominating, right? Look at how everybody's talking about the fight. It may appear like Fern is
Yeah, I
largely
think every
holding
so
on.
often, every time Fern uses it,
And
xacde
Fern
breaks
is.
it with
Fern
the
will
axe,
continue
so
to
it
do
takes
so.
the time for them to be able to use
However,
it again.
xacde does
I'm not gonna lie. I think Fern maybe
Oh.
overall out DPS
slowly
in this
begin to
battle.
gain an upper,
Violet.
like
Yeah,
an upper
100%.
hand.
And
Voice
frankly,
in
at the
video
rate things
is
are
nice.
going,
Oh,
Oh! I
that's...
couldn't
and to respond back with a volley of his own.
Oh my. I
This
couldn't
is
get
a
good
fierce
angle.
battle.
They're quite useful.
Fern going
when-
in. Fern going in for the Garrett. It's it in. With basically no consequence.
Oh.
Fern's HP right now. Oh,
I have
20,
watched this
damn.
video many
Fill it back
times,
up.
and each time it still is
There's a point
entertaining.
where they were both in the low numbers.
Oh, I'm
The
glad
music
you
choice is great too.
appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad that the efforts into selection were
Adds to the vibe.
appreciated.
I think.
xacde tries to do quite a few axe
Even
crits,
if
but
Fern
unfortunately,
may be out DPSing, the mere fact that if xacde continues to land axe crits, it could lead to a gradual breaking of the armor over time.
Though Fern seems to be
but
pretty good at
fire
avoiding.
damage.
We may see Fern's armor break first
So-
if this trend continues.
So that was an interesting comment, and I wasn't sure how to interpret that. The like, oh, but fire damage. I at first thought that he might have been saying that like he thought fire damage would break the armor. Mind you, not true regardless. The fire effect on a person does not damage your armor. Only direct fire damage would do that. But it wouldn't damage the armor actually, because it's netherite. So what I think was actually meant was that, like, the DPS, like, I guess, like... No, it doesn't even make sense. Like, I guess xacde maybe was trying to say that, like, the DPS was even higher than, like, I was, like, insinuating. Therefore, even if I was correct in believing that the armor's breaking down faster, that might still be enough to, like, kill him. Even though we hadn't seen that in the 6 minutes so far. So, also, this fight was 10 minutes. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, so I wanted to also talk about, real quickly, the last music piece here. I'll play it a bit.
Fern
Yeah,
does
so
not seem to
this
want to
music
stand still, though,
here,
so xacde's having quite some trouble getting an actual crits in.
Indeed.
this is the wild Pokemon battle theme from Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. This theme was chosen for a couple reasons. One, this was the music that I played in the original recording, in like the all audio tracks recording, in the background for this fight. So it's a callback to that. So that's really only for me. The more important thing, more thematically appropriate thing here.
Violet said, "That is a cool Easter egg."
Indeed. So the more important thing here is that it is meant to represent xacde, especially at the end of the fight when the helmet breaks. Spoiler alert. When Fern's helmet breaks. Him going, well, you know, he goes a bit feral. He goes berserk. He goes crazy. He goes wild. Wild Pokemon battle theme. But there's another layer. It's specifically the
Clever.
one from... This is the one from Kanto, and it's a remake of the Gen 2 rendition of the Kanto Wild Pokemon battle theme. What is it? What are the Pokemon generations xacde grew up with? 1 through 4, baby. It all ties together. Also, it's a joke that the joke is that xacde is old because Gen 1.
Oh my god.
So it is actually a subtle. It is actually a
That
subtle,
is so
playful
cool.
little like jab at xacde being old.
Shenny said, lol. Sonia the Forest Guardian said, ooh, director. Violet said, he's not that old.
I mean, he's nearly 25, so like by memeified AceMP standards, that is apparently old. I don't know why.
The only other older person is Hawk.
25 isn't that old.
It isn't. It really isn't.
Okay, but like when the oldest
it's the
person is
meme.
28, then yeah, it kind of is.
So lots of interesting stuff there. I thought it'd be cool to document those thoughts and share them all with you, like the decisions behind my my choices with the music and stuff here.
Indeed.
It'll let me play the video again. There
when
we go.
they do happen, or when a good string happens, that's going to significantly impact the armor, because the amount the armor goes down by is based on the base damage inflicted.
I love
So the higher
hearing your
base damage,
process
the
and
more
stuff behind
quickly
it.
You're able to get that armor down. Break through the unbreaking enchantment. Oh.
It's like when an
that's
artist
bad.
talks about
That
their
was a bad
process
string right there.
and the stuff that inspired them.
They seem to
Battle
be
will
able,
be close.
Yeah, they seem to be able to getting each other's down quite a lot.
Oh, I don't know. The axe crits may be too much.
Yeah, Fern seems to be doing quite a good job of avoiding the crit. And the ones they are taking, they're using their shield to block.
That's mad impressive. I can't do this shit. I'm better at fighting in Genshin and stuff. So, like, cause, like, those are based on, like, teams and stuff. Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, this could be over very soon. Xacde keeps landing the axe crits. That could be what defines this. At this point, it may be a now or never situation.
I honestly think that right there was probably one of the most, like, spot-on things that I said actually commentating over this battle initially. I genuinely do think that, the clock was... I think I was very right to say the clock was running out. And I even checked the armor durabilities here to confirm or deny my suspicions, and they were only confirmed.
Why are you spam clicking?
I think we may see an armor.
I think the answer to that question is obvious, and Fern, you're here, so maybe you remember and you can correct me if I'm wrong. But my estimation is that you became desperate because, especially with regards to the commentary that had recently been occurring, it was very obvious both to you and based on what I was saying and what other people were saying that you may have been on a bit of a back foot. And that you were in a bit of a corner, and so perhaps you were trying to, in desperation, attempt a different strategy in order to get like an edge on your opponent. Would I be correct in saying that? You think? Okay, here we go. Correct. Okay, yeah.
We may see a helmet break within the next 2 minutes.
Fern is fighting for their life.
Yeah, indeed they are.
Damn it, I was about to get a crit in and I got...
And the helmet has broken!
Oh no!
Oh, no.
The battle may very well end in mere moments.
This might be the turn. No.
Violet said, and the
turn.
yeah was.
My helmet was so close.
That was a well played. Exactly. Do you need some XP bottles?
I would like some XP, please.
Oh, the boots were so close to coming next as well.
I actually want to talk about the two sound effects here. The two sound effects here that you just heard, both the one for like when Fern died and the one where it's meant to represent xacde's victory. These are actually the tracks Battle Lost and Battle Won. From the N64 title Pokemon Stadium 2, and I actually used the theme for the Battle 1. You'll see here it transitions from the end of the video into the Patreon plug.
Oh,
No, xacde, you were not that close.
To the Patreon and Discord server plug.
I saw
Patreon.
I saw the little meters.
I used the flag, and then in the background I put like a panning shot of Memphis that I had on file. I thought it looked nice. Oh, also, because I obviously I can't use the software to exactly recreate this thing with the updated link. I had to do some fancy work to actually censor the word server in this outdated URL to be the correct one. So it does look a little weird, but this was the best compromise I could come up with without spending another 3 hours on it. Because I don't know how to... I'm not that used to video editing quite yet. But yeah. So that's that, right? And then I have here, I use this, I call this the copyright stinger. This is basically like just a little thing. It has the copyright, it has my little logo on it, and it also acts as a convenient place to put an end screen that isn't interfering with anything else. One thing, so right before we're done with this, because there's one detail that I didn't talk about that I'm going to talk about now. Because there was actually a third track that I used from Pokemon Stadium 2, and it's this, at the very start here. 5, 4, this is
3,
the theme that pops up when the Versus
2,
screen comes up in that game.
1,
like, when you're about to, like, it's the transition, like, it's like, oh, what battle, like, if you're, let's say, there's 4 cups, right? One of them's, like, the Challenge Cup, and it's basically, like, you play 8 trainers, you battle against them, you pick 3 out of 6 Pokemon on your team, they pick 3 out of 6, you fight, and then the winner moves on, right? So basically, there's, like, right before the selection screen, there's a thing that tells you, like, a little Versus screen that tells you who you're going to be fighting against, like, different trainer classes and stuff. And different trainer classes have different kinds of Pokemon with them that they bring to the fight, right? So it gives you a little bit of information to, like, plan ahead, and, like, they have different behavior and stuff, and, you know, you can learn... Anyways, point being, this is the music that plays when that screen comes up. Alrighty, bye, Rio. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much it. Pretty much the entire thing. So, I suppose with all that being said... Anybody have any final thoughts regarding their own regarding this?
I like the music. Very cool.
Also, I like how I recommended the same video twice. That's funny to me because one's best for viewer, and then the other one was one I manually linked. But YouTube just like knew, like I apparently made the same pick the algorithm would make, which is honestly kind of funny to me. But yeah, I appreciate that you think the music choice is good. By the way, this is ethical reaction content right here, guys. This is how you do it. You react. I'm reacting and commentating on my own stuff, talking about my process and choices and everything. Like, I think this is like, I'm not trying to like boast myself here. Like, oh, I'm so great or whatever. But you know, I'm kind of being a little like silly with it, I guess. But like, yeah, it's really just saying how much, like, genuinely you see some, like, content, right? And then the content's just, I stare blank-facedly at a screen.
Yeah.
For me, it feels like have you ever watched, like, the director's cut of movies? Where, like, the directors and, like, say, like, oh, this is how I did this shot, this is how I did that shot.
Yeah, this is like a director's commentary, yeah. I might edit it into something that gets posted, yeah. I think it would be cool to have my thoughts out in the world regarding the creation of this video, and hopefully to do that with other videos going forward.
It'd be good.
It also acts as a good like filler content to kind of like fluff the upload schedule on the channel a bit as well. I'm putting out more content that way. It is lower effort. It will get less views, but it is still something, and it tells YouTube, hey, this channel is active. Maybe we should start sending more recommendations their way.
True.
Honestly, yeah, I mean, yeah, we could just do that, yeah. In that case, I'm going to cut off this segment here and then start a new recording, and we will go to a different video if y'all are up for that.